Good afternoon, students. How are you today?
Very fine.
Fine, good. So today's lesson is about comparative and superlative adjectives. This is some information about the syllabus. And for people at home, like students like you, if they want to use the worksheet, there's a link. And students at home, you can see the PowerPoint from that link also. And our objective today is to be able to compare food and other products using adjectives, comparative and superlative adjectives. We want to compare food. For example, which one is better, McDonald's or Burger King? I don't know. Do you like McDonald's? Yes? Do you like Burger King more? I do. So that is our goal, to compare food and other products. Okay, so adjectives. Can anyone give me an adjective about this? What is it? It's a pen. Okay? Can you give me more information about this noun, a pen? It's a blue pen. What kind of word is blue? It's a color. Is it a verb? It's an adjective. It tells us more information about the noun, right? I'm going to give you guys a sheet. And we're going to look at adjectives about food, especially. Okay, and we're going to start with a simple one. Chilies. Chilies are... What's the adjective about chilies? They are spicy or hot. Okay, so today I'm going to just use spicy. Chilies are spicy. So go ahead, and on your sheet you can write down chilies are spicy. What is spicy in Thai, boys? Very good. All right, next one then is crisps or chips, potato chips, they call them in America. In England it's crisps. And crisps are, what do we put on them? Salt. So what's the adjective about salt? Salty. Right? With a lot of adjectives, we just add a Y to the noun and it becomes an adjective. Salty. In Thai, what is salty? Good job. Okay, this curry is... What's he putting on here? Oil. So if something has too much oil, we say it is oily. We just add a Y again. In Thai, do you have a word? Man. Okay. Now everyone knows this. Vegetables are healthy. Right? Healthy. Good for your health, good for your heart. You guys have a Thai translation for me? Superpop. Okay, always use a dictionary if you need to, all right? Okay, so we know vegetables are healthy, right? But what about this stuff? Fast food is the opposite of healthy. Unhealthy. Very good. And when you're very happy, the food was delicious. Right? A simple one. We can say many things. Tasty, but delicious for today. And last two. The bill. The bill was... Yes, good. If the bill was very high, It's expensive. How do you say that in Thai? Pang. Good. And if you're very happy with the price, the bill was opposite of expensive. Okay. Cheap. Good. Unexpensive. Inexpensive. Yeah. Good idea, but we use the prefix in. Inexpensive or cheap. Okay, very good. So let's look at some food. This is tom yum. It is delicious, I agree. It is spicy. Sour. Oily sometimes.
Cheap.
Cheap. Good. What about your health? Quite healthy, right? And what's this? Sushi. And what do we eat with sushi? Wasabi. So if you have sushi with wasabi, what adjectives would we say? Spicy, salty, hot, cold, yeah? Spicy, hot, but the fish is cold usually, right? And is it healthy? Healthy or unhealthy?
Healthy.
Quite healthy. What about money? What about price? Expensive. Oh, hard to see. It's England's favourite. Fish and chips. Hard to see it. Fish and chips. Oily. Salty. Definitely oily and salty. Delicious, of course. I would say that.
Delicious. Very fat.
Yeah, fattening. Okay, and everyone's favourite. Healthy. Delicious. Cold. Delicious, really? Cheap. Yeah. Okay, very good. So now we're going to compare these foods using the adjectives you learned, right? First, it's quite important to talk about syllables. Syllables. How many syllables does the word syllables have? Do you know what a syllable is? It is 3. If you think about the word amazing, say amazing. Think about beautiful. Beautiful. So what about syllables? Syllables. Good. So, syllables are very important when we make comparatives. Yeah? Because there are rules about them. So first, let's look at your words on your worksheets again and break into syllables, okay? So spicy. How many syllables?
2. 3.
Three?
Spicy.
Now, careful.
2.
2. Spicy. Not spicy. Alright? Spicy. Spicy. So we put on your sheet, put a line there. Spicy. Salty.
2.
2. Can you break them up? Salty. Oily.
2.
Oily. Healthy. 2. Good.
3.
Unhealthy.
3.
Beautiful. Yes, it's 3. Delicious.
3.
Delicious. Expensive.
3.
Good.
Expensive.
Good. Cheap.
1.
It's only 1. Good. Can we please practice saying those words after me? spicy,
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 salty,
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 oily,
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 healthy,
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 unhealthy,
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 delicious,
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 expensive,
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 cheap,
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 cheap.
cheap.
Very good. Okay, so these syllables now are very important to make a comparative adjective. So, we know that a car is big, but a bus is
Bigger,
bigger than. The bus is bigger than the car. So that's what we're looking at now. What building is this? Eiffel Tower. And what adjective do we use about
tall,
towers?
tall,
Tall, right? So the Eiffel Tower is very tall. It is tall. But One World Trade Center in New York is
taller than,
taller than.
taller,
So this is the adjective tall. The comparative is taller than. Right? Can anyone make a sentence for me using taller than?
taller than, Eiffel Tower.
Good. World Trade Center is taller than the Eiffel Tower. Now, also on your sheet you have this table, right? So, if an adjective is one syllable, it's very easy. We add er. Than. Like tall, taller than. If it's two syllables ending in y, like spicy, it's two syllables, ends with y. Okay? Change y to I and add er. Or just IER, than. Okay? And if it's two syllables but not ending in y, or it's three syllables or four, we say it's more, and then the adjective, and then than. Okay? So let's do it together. Spicy, does it go in the left, middle, or right column? Yes? Very good, it goes in the middle. And how do we change spicy to be a comparative? Good. Spicier than. What about salty? Left, middle, or right? In the middle again. What should it be?
Salt,
Saltier. Saltier than. Oily.
oil,
In the middle again. Oilier than. Smith, what about healthy? Healthier than. Okay, next then. Unhealthy.
more healthy,
Perfect. Well done.
yeah,
More unhealthy than. Why? Because it's got three syllables. So we use more. Delicious.
more delicious,
Good work. Expensive.
more expensive, more expensive,
More expensive than. Cheap.
cheaper,
Cheaper than. Okay, well done. So, what we want to use now, all right, is the comparative to compare. And here is an example for you, all right? I'm going to use this one, number 8, about smelly. If something smells bad, we say it's smelly, right? So this is just an example. And we're comparing fish and chips and sushi with wasabi. These, right? So, fish and chips. First of all, do we say is or are with fish and chips?
Is.
I would say are. Just because it's two things, fish and chips. Okay? If it was tom yum, you'd say is, because it's one thing. So, what do we put here? Fish and chips are smelly, smellier than sushi with wasabi. Okay, so that's just an example. And now we do the real thing. Okay? First of all, about price. We want to use the word expensive. And we're comparing sushi and salad. Right? Not to try. What do you think for number 1? Sushi. Salad. Anyone? Sushi is or are? Is. And what's the comparative of expensive? More expensive than salad. That's it. Sushi is more expensive than salad. Here we have tom yum and salad. We're talking about delicious. Tom yum is perfect. Okay, next one, number 3. Salad healthy is healthier than. Very good. What about next one then, number 4, about unhealthy? Fish and chips are more unhealthy than
sushi.
Good. Next one. Number 5, about spicy.
Then sushi with wasabi.
Very good. Well done, once again. Excellent. Fish and chips and tom yum. Fish and chips are oilier than what? Okay. The last one? Saltier than salad. Good job. Okay, so we use this when things are different, right? You know, tom yum is spicier than sushi. Right? Thai food is spicier than English food. But what about when things are the same? Example, right? Smelliness, tom yum and sushi are the same. So we say things is or are as, adjective as. For example, tom yum is
smelly
as smelly as, and things are the same. We say it is as, adjective as. So we can do some more activities here, but you notice 3 and 4, we cannot do them. Why not? Nothing's the same in 3 and 4. Okay, so we can't do them. So what about number 1 then? As cheap as. Good. Fish and chips and sushi.
As delicious.
Good work. Number 5 then. Skip 3 and 4. Good. Next one goes.
Sushi is oily. As oily as.
Good. And the final. Fish and chips.
As salty as.
Excellent. Just one more thing about comparatives now. Okay, so we use as, adjective as, when they are the same, but if things are different, we can say they are not as, adjective as. As a different way, instead of saying saltier than, we can say not as salty as. Okay. Okay, here's another example when things are not the same, alright? Example, fish and chips is very smelly, right? Salad isn't. So if we start here, we say salad is not as smelly as. Salad is not as smelly as fish and chips. Right? So how about these ones? The same picture, but number 1 guys, we're going to switch up. We're not using expensive, let's use cheap.
It's not
Good. So sushi is
not
as cheap as salad. It's true, right? Salad is cheap, sushi is expensive. Fish and chips and tom yum.
as delicious as.
Good. Fish and chips are not as delicious as. I could hear some of you saying aren't, right? And that's fine. Aren't is a contraction of are not. So it's up to you to say are not or aren't. What do we use for is not? Isn't. Yeah? Very good. Yeah, that's up to us. Okay, carry on with number 3. And then number 4, salad.
Is not as unhealthy as.
Doing well. So sushi and tom yum.
Is spicy as.
Good. Yes, good one, John. Salad isn't
Oily as oily as.
good. Our last one.
Sushi is as salty as.
Yes, sushi isn't
As
salty as fish and chips. Well done. Now, which one to use? Right? Which one do we use for which? Well, depends what order the words are in that we want. So, I want you to write full sentences, guys, here, but keep the words in order, okay? So make sure sushi, expensive, salad, in your sentence is that way, right? But I want you to, it's up to you to choose comparative and than, or as, adjective as, or not as adjective as. Okay? So how about number 1 then?
Sushi
Number 1 matches price, of course. Okay, so sushi.
is more expensive than salad.
Yep. Sushi. What about fish and chips, delicious sushi?
Fish and chips is more as delicious as.
Yeah. Fish and chips are as delicious as
sushi.
sushi. Okay, next one. Tom yum, healthy fish and chips.
Tom yum isn't as healthy as.
Fish and chips is
Not
on a
healthy.
0, okay? So, not healthy at all. So, Tom yum, healthy fish and chips. Yeah, it is.
As isn't as. as 30 as
Fish and chips are zero healthiness, right? Tom yum has a little bit of healthiness. Okay. So tom yum.
more healthier is healthier than fish and chicken.
Well done, Poncho. Excellent job. Yeah. Tom yum is healthier than fish and chips. Alright, a little bit tricky, isn't it, when we have to think about it? Are you finished? Good on you. So, what do you think about number 4 then?
Salad is unhealthy less than fish and chicken.
Unhealthy less.
More.
Didn't get what you're saying, but we never say unhealthy less, we say less unhealthy, but and you can say that, then we're starting a whole new thing, right? If you start saying less. So, alright, here we are. Salad. It's not unhealthy, so it's got the 0 thing, right? And fish and chips. It's very unhealthy. Okay? So salad is not
as unhealthy as
salad is not as unhealthy as fish and chips. What Whittaker said was right, okay? Salad is, well, fish and chips are less unhealthy than, salad is less unhealthy than fish and chips. He said it correctly. There's a whole different way of comparing. So we're not going to do that today. Okay, so tom yum is spicy inside.
is spicier than salad.
Speak louder, boys. Speak louder.
Tom yum is spicier than salad.
Good. It's true, right?
Yeah.
Tom yum is spicier than salad. And the last activity, the last one there, sushi, oily, tom yum. Sushi.
Isn't as oily as tom yum.
Well done. Again, louder please.
Sushi isn't as oily as tom yum.
Good. It's a difficult worksheet. Not really.
Not really.
Okay. Okay, we're going to move on to the next step and then we're nearly finished. Alright guys? So, we're going to talk about superlatives, which works very similarly to comparatives, right? And you guys, I'm sure you know this one, don't you? What is the adjective we used? Tall?
Tall.
And then taller, and then
Tallest. The tallest.
the tallest. Good. Tall, taller, and the tallest. When we put this EST, it's a superlative. It means it's the number 1, the tallest, yeah? So, it works in the same way as comparatives. Just a different ending, right? So, if it's 1 syllable, the something, and we add EST. Okay? If it's 2 syllables ending in Y, change Y to I and add EST. And if it's 2 or more syllables, okay? We say the most, not more, the most. Okay?
Okay.
Good? So guys, can you try, please, to put these words where they belong? Alright, let's do one together. Spicy.
The spiciest.
Spiciest.
Spiciest. Can you say after me? Spiciest.
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 The spiciest.
The spiciest.
Good. Salty.
The saltiest. The saltiest.
The
Saltiest.
the saltiest. Alright, oily.
The oiliest. The oiliest.
The oiliest. Well done. What about healthy? The healthy, sorry, also then it goes in the left, middle or right? East. This ending sounds like east. The healthiest. Good. The healthiest. Okay, we got a different one.
The most unhealthy.
The most unhealthy. Good. The most unhealthy. What is the most unhealthy food in the world?
French fries.
French fries, probably. Burgers.
French fries.
Yeah. Sausage, probably. Yes. Unfortunately, the most unhealthy foods are usually
Delicious.
yes, the most delicious. Yes. Kind of a shame. And expensive.
More expensive.
Wonderful. Cheap.
The
Cheapest. Good. Okay guys, after me, are you ready to pronounce? Alright? The cheapest.
The cheapest.
The cheapest.
The cheapest.
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 The cheapest. The spiciest.
The spiciest.
The spiciest.
The spiciest.
Est.
S.
The saltiest.
The saltiest.
The saltiest.
The saltiest.
The oiliest.
The oiliest.
The oiliest.
The oiliest.
The healthiest.
The healthiest.
The healthiest.
The healthiest.
The most unhealthy.
The most unhealthy.
The most unhealthy.
The most unhealthy.
The most delicious.
The most delicious.
The most delicious.
The most delicious.
The most expensive.
The most expensive.
The most expensive.
The most expensive.
Okay, the last activity then is to write a superlative sentence for each category. Alright? So I've already given you number one there. Okay, we're looking at the prices. Sushi.
This is most expensive.
So number two, of course, is about delicious.
Tom yum. Tom yum. It's the most delicious.
Very good. Do you agree?
Maybe.
Is Tom Yum the most delicious out of these four?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Sometimes, if we're lucky, it's a good Tom Yum. What about unhealthy?
healthy
So the superlative for oh healthy, number 3. Yep.
สลัด
What about it? What about salad?
สลัด is self
Healthiest. Healthiest. Very good. What about number 4 then?
efficiency the most unhealthy
The most unhealthiest or
efficiency
just the most unhealthy? Yeah. It seems like sometime you could say unhealthiest, but it's I think many native speakers say unhealthiest, but it's not correct by the grammar.
I think use
Huh? We don't really use unhealthy. Actually. How about spicy? Louder, please, little
ต้ม
child.
ยำ spicy
It is the spiciest. How many chilies do you put in your tom yum? 100. I have 101. I can eat spicier food than many people. Mm.
with Thai people
With Thai people too, yes. They can eat very spicy food. Okay, number 6.
efficiency is
Oiliest.
oiliest
Very good. Fish and chips are the oiliest. And final one. Ooh, got a problem. What's the problem?
the same
Two are the same.
monster
So how can we fix that problem? Fish and chips and tom yum are
the saltiest
the saltiest. Very good. All right, students. There you go. Today, I hope you have learned how to use.
yeah
So, what have you learned today? What have you learned about? What was the first thing?
adjective
Adjectives. What do adjectives do?
describe the noun
They describe the noun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
What adjectives did we learn?
taste about taste
About food.
about taste
About food. About taste.
about taste
Yeah. If something
Yes.
is
hot
spicy. All right. If something is very
Delicious.
good,
delicious
Healthy.
delicious
Cheap.
healthy
cheap, healthy. What are some bad adjectives, negative adjectives?
unhealthy
Healthy.
oily
Oily,
salty
spicy sometimes, expensive.
salty
Good. So what do we do if it's a one-syllable adjective? What do we add to
Yeah.
make it comparative?
yeah
ER. Yeah. For example, cheap.
Cheaper.
Good. Okay, and if it's two-syllable adjective ending in Y,
change y to IER change y to IER
change Y to IER. Excellent. For an example,
spicier
spicier. And what about if it's two syllables not ending in Y? Or 3, 4? It's the
more delicious.
more
Delicious.
delicious than. Okay. So, can you compare some food? Asadin, what do you think about Thai food? Compare Thai food and Japanese food for me.
Thai food delicious.
Yes, it is delicious. Can you give me a comparative? Tom Yum is...
Thailand the most delicious in the world.
Okay, Thai food is not Thailand. You don't eat Thailand. Thai food is the most delicious in the world. I would agree.
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Okay.
No.
No.
Sometimes.
Paco, what's the healthiest food you can think of?
Salad. Salad. Burger.
Salad is the healthiest food. What is the unhealthiest food you can think of?
French fry.
French fry.
The French fries and burgers are the unhealthiest. Alright, good. So, what if we're talking about the same? What food is the same spiciness as lab?
Tom yum. Somtam.
Somtam.
Pad Thai.
Can you give it to me in a sentence like lab and somtam?
Lab is as spicy as
Khai Jiao.
Okay, lab is as spicy as somtam. What is not as spicy as somtam?
Canh tiêu.
Yeah, come on.
Khao Bao.
Sentence, please.
Rice.
Rice soup.
Rice soup.
Rice soup, Canton, is
Yes. Not as somtam.
not as
Spicy as somtam.
yeah. Good. Rice soup is not as spicy as somtam. Very good. Okay. So thank you, students, for listening today.
Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.